Hi, everybody.
That's not creepy at all.
Hey guys.
Hey, guys.
How's it going?
Oh my god.
Here's a little train. It's been a long day, people. It's been a long day. Not as long as the 22nd, but the long day. As we determined earlier.
Mm-hmm. I think the longest day of the year will officially be July 3rd. Or sorry, 4th. July 4th, for me anyway.
No. Anyway, hey, let's start. Hi, I'm Philip.
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. It's my other brother Daryl.
It's Laurel and Hardy, man. It's Laurel and Hardy. Welcome to RCX Unfiltered, where the points don't matter. And Gregory looks sad. Poor Gregory. He takes it in stride. What episode are we on, Tess?
24.
Wow.
24. Oh yeah, I made some Jack Bauer jokes earlier.
Oh, so that's where
Yeah,
that
that's where that started. Yeah,
I walked in the middle of that and I just left. Like, yeah, I don't have time for that.
That's smart.
Yeah. We have lots going on this week.
Do we?
And, well, it's a lot going on this week because it goes into next week.
That's fair.
So Tess has a lot going on this week, and Gregory has a lot going on this week, and I'm abandoning everyone.
Me too.
Yeah, so
That's super cute.
it's what we do.
Yep. I'll be here for a little
We
while.
abandon our children like our parents abandoned us.
Yes. We are what was known as latchkey kids. Yep.
So,
We tried to be helicopter parents, but the helicopter crashed, so they're on their own.
that's right. And we can't afford those good locks.
I hope it's not a Donner Party situation, but
Oh my god. Okay. 2 minutes.
It is unfiltered. It's a reason it's unfiltered.
Yep.
The reason I click the not for kids thing on every episode.
We are not for kids.
No.
nope.
Anyway, all right, we'll talk about some books.
Oh yeah, books.
There's books.
We read some stuff this week.
Blue Beetle. Oh, wait.
Blue Beetle.
Action Comics number. Oh, I didn't even look.
1,056.
1056.
1056.
Yeah. So I guess that's getting close to the end of the first storyline for.
Yeah, I think so.
We might
yeah.
have one more.
Well, the way this ended,
Ta-da!
yeah.
I did not read this, so Tommy, take it away.
Oh, well, I continue to be bewildered by how much I'm enjoying Superman comics. And this one, like all the stuff with Metallo and his sister, and then like Supercore, where Lex gave Superman his company. It's all been like really, really well done. I've really enjoyed a lot of it. The backup stories in this, one of them is sort of the lead into Steelworks, which is weird that we're reading the lead in after the book came out. But I was wildly confused at the end of the last part and the beginning of this one because Mr. Terrific showed up and seemed very antagonistic towards Steel. Turns out he's an investor in Steelworks and just showed up to like do a little test with John Henry.
It's about the money.
Yeah. So,
I need my investment back.
and of course, the end of this story is like a setup for Night Terrors,
It is.
which I plan to sleep through. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I don't get night terrors often.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, I'll get at least one next week.
Yeah.
I'll have at least one night terror next week.
So anyway, action continues to be really good. I think Superman's a little better than action, but I really like the family dynamics in this book. So
I also think Superman's better than this, but only because I haven't read this. I've only read Superman.
it's good. All the super books have been pretty good.
I was keeping up with the Lois and Clark backup story. The backup stories in that I've enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, I have too.
I forgot how this book ended. Oh, there we go.
It
Not well.
ended with
Well,
Like I'm
well, next up is Amazing Spider-Man number 38. 30, are we at 28? Sorry.
28.
28.
Yep.
We're 2 issues away from a death that, and here we don't care.
So like Doc Ock's evil again. Last time I read Doc Ock, he was pseudo good guy. I don't know. He's got new arms that are like
The new arm's kind of cool.
the new arms are cool. Weirdly, Jonah's in love with the old arms. He
It's a
views them
pet.
as like a family pet. It's
Yeah.
very
So
odd dynamic.
Doc Ock's old arms is J. Jonah Jameson's pet.
Yeah.
But see, like the new arms are all like gooey
Yeah.
with squinty
They're
eyes.
kind of cute.
They are adorable.
Like I like them.
They're evil, but they're kind of
Yep.
adorable. And even now, Spider-Man thinks his little flying spider is useless. So
Yeah,
now we
once
all
again, his little mechanical spider gets destroyed again.
again,
Yeah.
which is actually one of the best lines in here, right? See here, what's he say? Hang on, it gets destroyed, and let's see here. Yeah, I don't know why I bother fixing that thing. So
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
so this is basically, I guess this is kind of, I guess,
This feels like a filler story to me.
yeah, because
Getting
we're trying to get back to Tombstone.
yeah, and I like
So
everything else that's happened in the book has been fine, but I want to get back to Tombstone and Robbie's kid and Tombstone's daughter and all of
Yeah.
that stuff. So like this is just in the way until I get to the stuff I'm really excited about.
but now this may be leading into the new Superior Spider-Man
Yeah,
ish thing
Yep.
that we get later in the year.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's lots of new Spider-Man stuff.
There's a lot of spider books.
we get that Spider-Boy's getting a new series. Well, new series. Spider-Boy's getting a series.
Spider-Boy, who has been around forever.
That
I
no
can't
one knows
believe he's
about.
never had a series before.
Right?
It's wild. I think a character that's been around since the 60s would have a book by now, but
Well, I don't remember. So
yeah, well, our memories are bad. We're old.
anyway, that poor Spider-Boy. See, in this one, I'm not going to mess up because the title and numbers on the back. Next up is The Seasons Have Teeth, number 3. Right? Number 3. Hey, look, number 3.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
So this
This is autumn. We're now into autumn.
we are. And I like started this series thinking, okay, it's a book about kaijus that are seasons.
And it is.
Like that sounds like a cool premise, like giant monsters doing stuff, but over the course of 3 issues now, this is not a book about giant monsters. This is a book about grief and grieving and guilt and learning to like move beyond it. I don't know. It's
So-
a quietly introspective book that has giant monsters. It's really weird.
What? So for me in this series, it's all of that, but I kind of get a feeling that he's looking for redemption and death.
Yeah, he definitely like more and more over like this issue especially. This man is trying to die.
Yeah.
That's the gist of it. And like he wants to go out doing something meaningful.
Right.
So
it
he
is-
is trying to be the first person to take pictures of all of the kaijus
Up close.
up close. And anyway,
it's really good.
it's a
actually.
strong book.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It makes you think.
Yeah,
This is
when-
a thinking book. If
when
you-
we saw pages from this back in what was it, February, March? When did we see them?
February.
February. We were like, oh yeah, that looks cool. We'll order that. It looks cool. It's Boom. So like we knew it would be solid, but like it's way better
Yeah.
than I expected.
Yeah, it's definitely worth picking up. And if you want to think
Yeah.
and have some sort of feels,
Yeah, I had some feelings while
Yeah.
reading this issue
yeah,
today.
it's, it's kind of my type of book. I don't
Mm-hmm.
I can't handle them often, so that might be the one that I get for 2023.
Who likes feelings anyway?
So, like, I get a good one. There's usually a good one, well, at least one good one every year. A couple of years ago is when we had like Carmen
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and a few of those. It was multiple ones. So,
Yeah, that was too many at once.
and then next up is Local Man number 5. by Tim Seeley,
Yep.
which is the only reason that we read this book.
Yeah, we read the first issue. Goes like, oh, I like Tim Seeley. I'll check it out. We'll see what's going on.
Flip book.
Oh, it's a flippy book. And the story in the flip book is very important to what's going on in the main book.
Right.
Like the other stories were just more background kind of stuff, but this one really, really matters to what's going on. And it's
so this takes place back in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
So all this, the flip book of this takes place in the 90s in Image, and there's even an editor's note in this one that says, "Remember Wildcats 1 through 3?"
Dan Quayle's in this issue is the important thing, and he got turned into a demon alien guy in the first 3 issues of Wildcats. It's very important.
See Wildcats 1 through 3, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I also got a chuckle out of that.
So
Yeah.
it made me laugh. So the whole premise of this book is he was on a team that was similar to
Youngblood.
and all those,
Yeah.
but it was a different, like, government, kind of a government sanctioned team
Mhm.
is what we're finding out. And he gets kicked out for lots of reasons. You'll have to read issues.
He was a
4
naughty
and
boy.
5. Well, that was really weird too.
Yeah, it's all very strange.
So it's all very strange. And then the flip book side is, so all this is now. This side is
Yep.
now and what's really going on and what happened to a lot of those heroes from the 90s, right? And then this takes us back to the 90s and what happened back then when he was just a wee lad.
He was a young warthog.
He was just a wee lad at the time. And so this is Gen 3. Gen 3, I think.
I think Gen 3, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Gen 3 team that he got to skip. So there's lots of resentment there and
Mhm.
lots of other things going on. But yeah, the leader of this group, which is this guy, is nuts.
And then there's also a little bit of what happens when a government or a corporation comes into a town and makes promises about what they're going to do for the town, and then that doesn't happen. There's layers. There's a bunch of
Yeah.
layers. But the main story is about this guy who was a superhero and kind of isn't anymore, and there's a mystery and he's trying to figure out what's going on, and then like his arch nemesis, who's really just a dude from his hometown, gets killed, and he's trying to figure out why.
So it's really good. It was actually it's been really, really good. So
Yep.
it's kind of a surprising.
And speaking of surprises,
So anyway, here's Harley Quinn number 31. So we will continue with
we spent like a half an hour earlier discussing how confused we are by how much we love this stupid book.
So this is still continuing Teeny Howard's and Sweeney Boo's art on Harley Quinn. And unfortunately, if they continue on this, I'm going to have to keep reading a Harley
It's
Quinn
so
book
good.
because
like,
it
it's-
is so good.
It's the perfect kind of Harley story where it's basically like 50-50, like here's a story and here's a bunch of nonsense, which is perfect for Harley.
Yeah. And it's kind of, if you would like to have fun in a book,
Yep.
and you don't really, you want to put a little thought into it, but not a whole lot of thought into it, this is the book for you. Like, it is a prime example of what you're looking for here.
And if you love superhero rabbits, just throwing it out there.
Captain Carrot is in here with his Vorpal fish. And we get to see a giant Batman typewriter that we haven't seen.
Since like the 60s,
Yeah.
I think was the last time we saw it.
Let's see here. As seen in countless Batman stories since 1949. So the typewriter first appeared in 1949, and it's probably been in the cave with the giant dinosaur.
Yep.
Ever since.
There's a lot of like nods to old DC continuity and just like making fun of the silliness of that era.
Yeah.
And like Harley's perfect.
Yeah.
For doing that.
And they both, and Harley and Ivy both have real jobs.
Yeah. Harley is she's teaching at a community college, and Ivy, I forget what she's, some environmentalist.
She's
thing, I
an
can't remember.
environmentalist, but
Yeah.
like for hire. So
Yeah.
she's like working with all these countries and stuff now and going around and talking.
And like their relationship has really fleshed out into something I absolutely love.
I forgot she got a carrot.
Yeah.
Captain Carrot ends up giving her a super carrot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really good. So if you're not reading this and you want to have fun, you probably should read this.
Yeah, it is super fun.
I mean, there's a lot of good books coming out, but this is probably the most fun right now, I would think.
Yeah, I think so. Just the
pure
levels of nonsense plus
Yeah.
good, really well told stories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's what Harley Quinn is.
it is quite good. Annoyingly good.
Yeah, I was
Because I don't
trying to-
usually read Harley.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else out as fun right now. Anything else fun is that right now? Yeah, Gregory
Yeah.
says no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yay, we win.
Well, I'm behind on the Batman Scooby Doo book, but
Well, but that's
a whole other
that's a
thing.
whole nother level of things that we don't really
Yeah.
we don't really do and talk about and get into. Yeah, we're not talking about all that. Yeah, we'll skip all that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's fun. There's a whole lot of other books coming out this week. Can't think of anything. What else did you have over there? There's a new Dark Horse book out this week.
Yeah, pedantic life, pedestrian life,
Pedestrian Life,
boring life. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a new Tinian book.
Tinian, right? So, we'll
but
go
I
through
didn't have
that.
time to read it. There were a few other books that I wanted to read this week that I didn't have time. There was a new, I can't remember who published it. It's called Side Quests, which has a very D&D kind of vibe, but there's a twist where
It's a twist.
it's not really set in medieval times. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's. I read like the first half and then got distracted and couldn't finish it. But I skimmed to the end and was like, what a twist. So
Just like that.
that was it, just like that.
Yeah, it works like that.
Yeah.
That's how it rolls.
Oh, sure, sure.
Yep.
So, anywho, Tess, what's going on?
Not much.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. I haven't read anything new. I've been rereading stuff.
Mhm.
So.
She said House of M was awful.
I said it was boring.
That's worse.
That's worse.
It's worse. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It was boring.
I do feel like I said this earlier. I feel like House of M is one of those books that, like, if you don't have 30 years of backstory in your head, it's really hard to get into House of M.
And I asked for it because I was like, Gregory, what's
Oh,
your
you asked
favorite
for it, all right.
Scarlet Witch comic? And that's what he said. So I was
Yeah.
like, I read it.
I think Avengers Disassembled is probably a better spot.
Yeah.
Well, I read Avengers Disassembled as well.
Oh, okay. I also think the two Vision and Scarlet Witch miniseries from the 80s are probably a better jumping in point.
Okay.
I think House of M is better than House of X, but I'm not a huge X-Men fan.
Well,
It's just so different.
I will say House of X, Powers of 10, the Hickman stuff.
Yeah.
I think that those two 6-issue miniseries are some of the better X-Men books I've ever read. And I think that Marvel did the thing with the X-Men they always do, where they're like, oh, we have this good idea. Let's oversaturate the market with 47 titles.
Clone Saga.
Yeah. So I think if they had tightened it up and it had been like the first year or so of Marauders was amazing, and like the first year or so of the main X-Men book was great, and the other stuff, the periphery books, were just kind of there. I think they could have had something super amazing if they tightened it up, but Marvel likes to overextend the X-Men quite a lot.
Well, I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Hey, this book's selling. Let's add a book.
And I mean, that was the way it was back in the 80s and 90s. There were 37 X titles all the time, and they were constantly adding more. Like, they'd be like, oh, okay, this X book is ending. Here's 6 more. Like, that was just kind of the way it was. And that has been the way it's been for the last few years. I do think this fall of X that we're getting, maybe things will tighten up. We'll see. See how it goes.
Yeah, I think Tessa's real problem with House of M is not enough Avengers died.
Mm.
Well, a bunch did, and I was like, what happened?
Yeah, I think she needed about 4 or 5 more, and
And
it
then
would have
I would've
been
been
all right. Yeah. You've almost got the depression, Crocia, but not
So
quite.
close.
So close.
Gotta keep at it.
Why didn't you kill that guy?
Right? Gosh, they are all just ripe for the killing.
Why didn't you wipe all them out?
Yeah.
And I just got through reading. So the trades came out this week, which is Spider-Man Lost Hunt. And I just finished reading the single issues of that, which takes place during the time where Peter and Mary Jane lived in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So
Peter had no powers.
no power. Mary Jane's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's a kind of a continuation from Craven's Last Hunt. And it also was way better than it should have been. Like, it was really well thought out. There was a lot going on with Peter because he was already having a hard time because he just found out he was a clone. He just lost all his powers.
That'll happen.
And now he was going to be a dad. So a lot was going on with him, and then it was made worse by a whole bunch of other things. And there was a lot he was going through, but it was actually a really good Peter Mary Jane story.
Yeah.
Is really what came out of it. So and that's out in trade this week. So that was really well done. So did you read anything else?
No.
Yeah.
No, that was everything I read this week. I've been furiously pricing books, so I took very short breaks to read some comics.
Yep. So he's been pricing books. I've been staying out of the way. So remember, next week on the 4th, which is Tuesday, we will be closed so we can take out all of our current back issue books and replace them with a whole new slew of back issue books. So this will be the last weekend that you'll be able to look through the ones that's over there.
Yep, and we'll also
Over
be
yonder.
redoing the wall. And the stuff that's going to go on the wall is it's basically all going to be Silver Age stuff, and it's going to be cool and pricey, just based on the stuff that I've got on hand. We have so much cool stuff to put out. I'm very excited.
Yep. So you may start seeing some pictures online next Monday.
And I haven't decided yet. Sometime like after we close on after we close on Monday, I'm going to try and get all the Silver Age books put together and done on Monday night.
Bye, Gregory.
And then Tuesday do the rest. So there may be like a Facebook Live just from my phone. I haven't decided. I don't know. We'll see.
I'll
We'll
probably
see
be
how it
here.
goes. Okay.
And we'll still do our show on Tuesday, even if we're worn out, just so we can talk about it.
Yep.
Or we'll be behind the camera and Tess can talk about it.
What am I talking about? Sorry.
You know,
I got
stuff,
distracted.
things.
Stuff. Yeah.
Things. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Things.
Yeah.
Life in general. You know.
Yeah.
Like, can you sit at a bar? Stuff like that.
I can't. I'm too short.
Understandable.
So, yep.
It's
So
like
that
a
will
roller
be.
coaster. You have to be this tall.
So
I'm just 2 inches below.
So we'll probably start posting some stuff on Monday on the social medias. We may go live on Facey Bookies.
Yep.
On Monday-ish, or I may do it. I'm going to be here on Tuesday during this, but I'm going to kind of stay out of the way because Tess has got to carry all these boxes around, and I do not want to be in her way because she'll just do the atomic elbow and. Yeah, I'm not.
I will. I'm not even gonna wait for you guys to move out of the way. I'm just gonna plow
Right
through.
So
I'm excited to see Tess try to plow through me.
I'm gonna knock you over.
I believe you. You are quite large, and I believe
So tall.
that you will knock me right over. Yes.
Yeah.
I heard she goes for the knees.
Okay, then I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if she goes for the knees, I'm done.
I think she's seen the Tanya Harding movie. She goes for the knees. Yeah, she didn't play nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna wear my tap shoes. I kick
Ooh.
you. You're welcome.
Steel toe.
I feel threatened.
Yeah, you should.
Where's HR?
I think Jacqueline's home.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, yes, our last ditch effort of these will be gone. The new ones will be in for Wednesday morning when we open.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, we will know no matter how tired we are, we will be back here next Tuesday to do this. If nothing else, just so we could sit down for a little while. We may be eating pizza or something during this.
I can't eat pizza. I'll die.
I may be eating pizza in front of Tommy during this. Next week might be our beer episode.
You know what? Yeah,
I believe
there's a good chance of that. Yeah.
I believe next Tuesday, because it's going to be a
Yep.
long. I guess by the time we close on Monday and we finally get through with this show on Tuesday, it's going to be a long, long drawn out, time period. So Tess will be tired.
What if I didn't show up?
I mean, if you want to watch an old man cry, that's fine.
I'm gonna film it.
But how if you're not here?
Oh.
You know what?
As they said in the old days, damn.
I'm gonna show up and stand right in the way, just to spite you.
Well, to be fair,
She's gonna do your job.
yeah, I know, right?
I'm
Man.
gonna help out.
I'm gonna have to go hang out somewhere else if she's doing my job. I'm becoming less and less needed every day.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
I have a plan, and I have an idea of where I'm going to direct people. We'll see how it goes on Tuesday. Like Monday, my plan is to be here by myself after we close, to do stuff by myself.
If I could be somewhere annoying someone. I would suggest you get the hand truck from
Oh,
the
from
vault.
storage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's going to hold a lot more boxes that have to be moved out of the way than that little cart.
Yeah.
It's just a suggestion.
Mm.
If you want to do 3 times the work with that little cart, that's fine.
We'll see how it goes.
Just saying. Just trying to help. Just trying to help. That's what I'm here for. So
Trying to help and standing in the way.
So there's that. So we're actually closed on the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've already told Tommy, if you really need to buy something on the 4th and you're at the door throwing cash around, I'll let you in. I'm just telling you.
You may be listening to some vulgar hip hop when you come in to buy things, but
Maybe, but
there may be some run the jewels happening. I don't know. We'll see it. We'll see how the day goes.
But cash will get you in the door. I'm just saying. It always does.
Yeah, that's true. Like I would stop what I was doing to sell things. Yeah,
We will allow cash in the door.
Yeah,
I will. But that's the same thing that happened when we moved here.
Yeah, we were trying to be closed for like a day, but people kept coming in and buying stuff. And we were like, okay.
So we were moving over here and selling stuff all at the same time because
Like
the doors were open. People could just walk in.
The first thing we moved over was the register.
Yep.
So
people were going to the other shop and getting stuff and then coming over here and paying.
Yep. Well, it was like there was a lot of motion, a lot of things going on, and people were like, "Ooh,
What's going on?
what's happening?"
Yeah.
So
maybe then that's why. So we'll just put Tess outside and just start doing this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
we need one of those wacky waivers.
Yes.
Tess.
It'll be me. Obviously.
we got Tess to sit there and do that. So it'll be fun. So yep. And then this past weekend we made it through RippleCon. So that was the Richmond Public Library Comic-Con kind of thing they put on. So that was a lot of fun. We set up there. It was their first one. I will say I was impressed. It wasn't probably as big as they would have liked, but it was their first one, and they were as professional as I've seen anyone put on anything.
Yeah, it sounded like I wasn't there, but it sounded from everything that they told me that it was a really good show, and I'm excited.
Yeah,
and to come back next year.
And there's so many secret rooms in the main library downtown that it was like, what? like, oh, there's another room hidden in the bowels.
I've
of
never
this.
been to that library, so
Yeah, it's just way down deep.
oh,
Yeah, like
no idea.
the one room that I was set up in was their music room, and it was just a large room where you could rent out or check out sheet music.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it was like old sheet music, or like it was all this stuff, and I'm like, what? I didn't even know this was here. So yeah, it was a pretty interesting. Yes, they do. And then we found a law library. They have a law library.
Oh,
So I was like, huh. I could read that book, but no, I'm not. Sorry about that.
yeah, that sounds terrible.
So there was a whole, it was kind of like a Richmond Comics get together too, because half the vendors set up there was who we
Yeah.
have set up here. So nice to talk to a lot of people. I mean, there's new people there that I hadn't seen before. That was probably from the city area.
Yeah.
But so it was a lot of fun. That was kind of cool. So now we're trying to get through this switcheroo thing, and then I guess we'll start looking at our fall festival in September's.
Yep. That's the
It's-
next big thing for us, I think.
So yep, we'll start heading down that path, and we will get a jump start on Powhatan.
Yes.
I keep bringing that up because last year was
Last year was
too much.
so the window was very small to get everything rolling, so it didn't work quite as smoothly as I would have liked. So this year,
and we want to go back to February too.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to February when spring sports aren't happening. So anyway, I'm very excited about Powhatan next year. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Should be probably, I would guess, twice as big.
That's my assumption.
We've been talking about moving it to the high school rather than the middle school. So I think we're gonna have twice as many vendors and artists and whatnot next year. So Powhatan should be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
We don't have a date quite yet for Powhatan.
We're hoping February.
We're thinking February.
Sometime in February.
I am working with one of the teachers who is getting upgraded to librarian next year. So we have already started kind of laying the groundwork for that. So anyway, we'll have more information as we get more information.
Yeah.
We just don't have a lot right now.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get a date way sooner than later.
Yeah.
So we can promote for a few months.
Yeah, I would like to have a date set by the time school starts back up in the fall.
Yes.
That is my hope.
That is also my hope. Yeah. We trying to make that more of a round.
Yep.
Like hopefully one day we'll get to where we know the date for the next one by the time we finish one.
Yeah. The first two went really well, and
Right.
then the pandemic hit. And then the next one that we did, everything was a little haphazard just because logistics and whatnot. And
No, we didn't have the time last
Yeah,
year.
the school kind of kept dragging their feet about a date. So we didn't get a date until basically like 6 weeks before the show.
I think so.
So I did not have a lot of time to promote it and get everything going. So anyway, next year should be great.
I just noticed that if your color's not very good on your laptop, I look like a floating head.
Yep. You should wear not red shirt.
I should not wear a red shirt. Yep. And this chair, or we should swap chairs if I wear red again, because it does. Ooh.
Yeah. So cool.
Sorry, I can't help it.
Yep.
That was beautiful.
I just looked up and I'm like, wait, what? It's a floating head.
Thanks for sharing. With the
Hey,
class.
Tess, it's fashion show time.
I'm actually wearing something different from last week. I was supposed to wear the exact same thing as last week because I had my Oracle moment, but the Oracle dress was not working. So now I'm wearing this one.
So how was being a dragon last
Oh my
week?
gosh, it was so much fun. They sang Taylor Swift with me. It was great.
So you were a Taylor Swift dragon?
I turned myself into a Taylor Swift dragon.
What Taylor Swift song did you sing?
We sang Enchanted. We
Okay.
sang Blank Space.
Mm-hmm.
And I sang a lot of random ones that none of them knew.
Let me tell you, how old were these kids?
Like 7 to 10.
7 to 10-year-olds singing Blank Space.
Yeah.
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 They had no idea what they were singing.
No.
Yeah.
It's so funny though because they know all the words.
Yeah. Well. And on an uplifting note, Megan said, "I'm going to die."
What? Red shirts have. Oh. Oh my.
Well, there you go.
Comment
I'll miss you.
Red shirts have a reputation,
Yeah.
just in case anyone in the future is watching this.
Yep.
It was a good run.
Yeah, well.
Thanks, everybody.
See you never. I like this Taylor Swift dragon thing. I
Yeah.
feel like-
Yeah.
So how are you going to pull that off at Halloween? Megan's right. We got to see it now.
Now, I got it. I can figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll wear a dragon mask and do a lot of quick changes.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Well, and we need to see a big dragon costume,
Big dragon costume?
Yep.
Okay.
belting out Taylor Swift songs.
I would do it. I would do it so fast.
Did you see that? She's basically put out telling her fans,
Yeah,
please don't cyberbully anybody when this new album comes out. Things that happened to me when I was 19 don't really matter anymore.
So you know the internet's gonna go.
Yeah.
After her.
Wow.
Yeah, she's basically being like, guys, stop being mean to John Mayer. Like, this was a long time ago. I'm
You're
over it.
talking about when her
when
when
redo
album comes out.
yeah,
Which I'm so excited.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, but what if he deserves to be bullied?
Well, I mean, I think that if he deserves to be bullied, he should be.
Okay.
But she's like, please don't do it in my name. And I think this is a response to the people that got bullied from the last album that came out.
Yeah.
I have a good John
Yeah.
Mayer story.
Yeah.
Do you now?
Uh-huh.
Do you want to tell it?
No.
That's okay. Fine.
I was sworn to secrecy many, many years ago on one of the cruises I went on that John Mayer was on.
Oh,
Oh,
all right.
cool, man.
I had a long drinking night with the person who was the ship cruise director.
Oh,
Oh.
all right.
just kind of leave it at that. Yeah.
Like, I'm mad. I've never heard this story.
Yep. So
All
Yep.
right.
it was a long night for her. We just sat there out there and I had my coffee and she had her beer. It was pretty entertaining.
All right. So maybe you should bully John Mayer. I don't know.
I won't say bully's the right word, but as spoken in an immortal voice before, he's not a nice man.
I've gotten that impression, not
Yeah.
just from like Taylor Swift lyrics, but from like other interviews with other artists that he's like kind of sketchy.
I mean, I don't know him personally.
Yeah, me neither.
These are only from
Yeah, I only
people that I've associated with that knew him.
Yeah, I only know him from song lyrics and interviews and that one voicemail message that's on that Halsey album.
Yes.
But he seemed very nice in that one. So I, don't
I
know.
forgot he did that.
Yeah.
I forgot he did the whole
Yeah.
thing. That's funny.
Like, that was a really nice, uplifting message, honestly. Like, I don't know much about him.
So when's Taylor's album coming out so we can't bully?
Oh, it's
John
like
Mayer?
2
July
weeks.
7th.
Wow, July 7th.
Oh, so a week.
I
I thought it was
Sorry.
Wow.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, obviously. Olivia Rodrigo's got a second album coming out, but that's like September.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
and I
that's
don't
a long
really
time.
care.
What?
I know.
Wow.
That's my controversial opinion.
Wow.
I know. I was on her boyfriend's side.
Wow.
I know.
Oh, I didn't know there were sides. I didn't
I
know what was,
neither.
I
There
have
was
no idea what
sides.
happened.
There were sides.
Huh.
I was on the right side. The
Wow.
correct
We
one.
just mostly listen to music and
Yeah.
don't pay attention to what's
Right.
going on behind the scenes.
Wow, there's sides.
There are sides.
So Sabrina Carpenter keeps she's got this song that she does as like her last song in concert, and she keeps changing the lyrics at the end of it to wherever she
Aw.
is. And the last one I saw was spicy.
Ooh.
Like real, and I was like, Maya, what are you doing? Like I clutched my pearls. I didn't know what to do. To me, she's still that tiny little girl from Girl Meets World.
Yeah.
But she's on stage.
She's involved with the Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, is
She
she?
is, yeah.
Oh.
So that was pretty funny.
Oh, Phoebe says I should listen to her music because there are sides. I really, other than the Olivia Rodrigo that I've heard at Phoebe's house, I don't know. I have no idea.
I thoroughly enjoy that album. Actually,
I have
Good
no idea.
album.
it's a good album. Yeah.
I really want Sabrina Carpenter to be Dazzler whenever the X-Men happens in movies. I desperately want her to be Dazzler.
To be fair, when she sings about Sabrina Carpenter, she says nice things about her.
Oh, that's nice.
She doesn't like tear her down or anything. It's just the relationship with her boyfriend going to Sabrina.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I feel like I vaguely know something
Yeah,
about this.
but Olivia doesn't say anything bad about it. Actually, she says nice things about her. It's just like,
This sounds familiar.
It's more of like, good luck, Sabrina.
I feel like Phoebe has explained this to me at some point in the past,
Probably,
and I don't
yeah.
remember it now.
It's okay. It's just like everything else. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
It's all celebrities. We don't know the real.
And welcome to Music Talk with Tommy and Philip. Thanks to our band director, Tess.
Oh my god.
Killer Mike just put out a new album. I don't know if anybody's listened to it.
I don't know who that is.
He is one half of Run the Jewels. He put out a solo
I
album
don't know
last
who
week.
that is.
It's okay. It's
No clue.
fine.
I'm sorry. I don't.
Anyway, if you like hip hop,
I mean, there's a good chance I've heard the songs.
I'd probably have the Killer Mike stuff because I don't think none of it's really like radio friendly. You may have heard some Run the Jewels at some point.
Yeah, but I don't listen to the radio. I only listen to YouTube.
That's fair.
I only listen to YouTube music. And if you talk to Jacqueline, she tells you I only listen to First to 11. If it's not First to 11, Hellstorm, or Pretty Reckless, or Dorothy, I don't listen to it.
That's fair.
So that's,
Yeah.
She goes, oh, again.
I went back this morning and listened to Liz Phair's self-titled album. I hadn't listened to that in a while. And for some reason this morning, I was just like, I really want to listen to Liz Phair.
That's such a good album.
It is a great album.
That is such a good album.
I love it.
I was so happy to buy my record. And when Jacqueline and I went to Asheville, we found found a record store that sold. It was a fairly large. The record store was as large as this store.
Yeah,
It was
cool.
a large store, yeah. And I found a Liz Phair.
Well, you got Exile and Guyville,
I got
right?
Exile, yeah.
Yeah. That's another great album.
Yeah.
I think her self-titled might be my favorite, but
Yeah.
Exile and Guyville is really good.
Yeah. I think the main reason I got that one is because it's the best cover.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, it was an honest to goodness record store. It was huge. Like it was at least this size or not bigger. They had a smaller section for new stuff, but it was really the old
With a lot
stuff
of
they
used
had.
vinyl?
It was
That's cool.
phenomenal.
I miss when Plan 9 had that basement with all the used vinyl.
Yeah.
Man, that was fun to dig through. That was a good.
It's called Record Players Test, and we used to get vinyls.
Record players. I have one.
And they're doing tapes again. Like, why?
So there's a band that I found on
Why are you
TikTok
doing a
called
tape?
Dury that I absolutely love. I actually bought tickets. Phoebe and RJ and I are gonna go see them in December up in DC, and they put out a cassette of like 2 or 3 of their songs. Their first full album's coming out soonish. They have not had they don't have an album yet. They've just got a bunch of singles. And I absolutely love the band.
Yeah.
It's a brother-sister duo, and I don't know who their backing band is, but man, they're awesome.
Yeah, the tape thing seems weird to me.
It does.
Like there's record players everywhere, but does people still have a cassette tape player?
Like
where
a lot of the record players that you buy like at wherever has like an AM/FM radio and like a cassette deck in it. because I had one that the record player went bad on, but it had a cassette player.
Yeah. How long ago was
Built 5 years, 6 years. Wasn't that long ago. 10 years. I don't know. I don't know. It was.
Yeah, now we're
I don't know.
Now we're getting to the crux.
I don't know. The record player I have now was designed to plug into your computer so that you could digitize your vinyl. But instead of plugging it into a computer, I bought some speakers and use it as just a straight up record player. Because
I did a few years right before the apocalypse. I went and bought a nice record player.
actually,
I went and spent the money and bought actually a nice record.
I'm not certain, but I think the record player that I own, you bought, because I got it from Jess after Frank died.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure the record player that I own, Philip bought and gave to Frank.
Yep, I did
Years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, that if you got that one, that's the one.
I bought speakers for it because I didn't have speakers.
Because it was set up to where you could put the record on it and plug it in, and you could record it.
Yep.
To turn your records digital. So I turned some of Frank's records digital. It worked actually. I was surprised.
Yeah,
I was surprised that
Jess gave it to me years ago, and it took me like 2 or 3 years to buy speakers for it. But yeah, it's set up in my living room. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was the one you had. That's awesome. Yeah, I buy a ton of records.
I haven't bought a record in a while. The last was it Evermore? I think was the last record I bought.
Well, I think I gave you that.
Yeah. Okay. So I bought a record after Evermore because you gave me Evermore.
It was cheap. It was cheaper to buy 2 copies of Evermore than to buy 1 copy in shipping. So I bought 2 copies of Evermore and gave 1 to Tom.
And you gave me the one before that
too. Yeah, it was both albums during the pandemic. It was cheaper.
So I've got those 2 records that he gave me, and then I bought another record after that, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was.
I've gotten to the point now where I used to buy records from people's store, but the problem that I started having, and I get irritated, Taylor Swift, is they would start releasing Target exclusives.
Oh yeah,
with multiple songs, 3 a.m.
Yeah.
That I'm like, well, why am I buying an album from you, which you're going to release it at Target as an exclusive with a cooler vinyl color and more songs? Like I couldn't figure that out. So I wait now and see if Target gets their exclusive before I do anything.
I remember it was the 20th anniversary of the Shins' Wincing the Night Away. That was the last record I bought.
Gotcha.
I love the Shins. I don't know if you're familiar, but God, I love them so much.
I am actually familiar.
I saw them at the National 10 plus years ago, something. I forget when, but they God, they're good. And really it's one guy and then the backing band keeps changing. But anyway, I love the Shins.
Yeah, the last one I bought was Spotify for some reason thinks I love Diamante.
I don't even know who that is.
She's got she always has blue hair and everything I've ever seen her in. I like her music anyway. It goes along with Dorothy and all that stuff.
Sure, okay.
And then every third song on Spotify is a Diamante song. And so finally I got an email because like everything else works, right? And it said, "Hey, my album's on sale." So I'm like, "Sure." Like obviously I'm supposed to buy an album from you. So.
And if you guys want to watch us enjoy live music, in I think August, Lindsey Sterling is coming to Doswell. He's going to see Lindsey Sterling. I'm going to see Walk Off the Earth. So the show should be amazing.
The show is going to be amazing.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, because both of those are going to be awesome.
Yeah,
and Lindsey's going to play with Walk Off the Earth.
Oh God, yeah. So, I'm so excited for it.
That is going to be that's going to be great.
The Sarah and Gianni's kids are old enough now where I imagine they're going to also join the band and be on stage.
Yeah, because the girl's been doing stuff with them. If you go to YouTube, the girl's been doing stuff with them.
Yeah, their kids are gonna. I
imagine they're going to be hellions.
One of my the most impressed I've ever been with an artist is that Sarah was like 8 months pregnant when they went on tour, gave birth, and I think they missed 1 show.
They did. They missed 1 show.
And yeah, they are amazing. I love Walk Off the Earth.
Yeah. So that show's in August. So you can come hang out with us. We'll be in Doswell.
Yeah. We're
So
gonna
we
bring
got to get our passport stamped.
Yeah, well, I used to live in Ashland. Well, you used to live in
I used to
Ashland.
live-
Yeah, so we still have our vaccinations, so we just
Yeah,
got to
we're
get the
good.
paperwork. But we got to bring our own chairs and whatnot.
So cool. You're 5 minutes over.
Are we? Oh,
Oh,
well,
For me.
when we talk about music, man, it
Well-
no, I let you go.
well, here's the thing, right? We promised Gregory that we would hold you over since he got held over.
Oh,
Yeah, so you could fuss at him to
so that's
lay.
cute.
Yeah,
That's
see,
cute. It's okay.
yeah.
We'll keep going. Continue. I'm sorry for even mentioning it. Have it your way.
Poor Gregory. All right, fine. We'll
yeah,
go.
I've got a lot to do tonight
Yep.
before I go home. So yeah,
So anyway, we appreciate everybody. Thanks a lot. We will be back. We may do some Facebook Lives over the next few days leading into Tuesday and Tuesday. I don't know if we'll do any YouTubes before our normal Tuesday live show.
yeah.
Live, that is. I'm sure we'll post some videos.
And I will not be here for the next 3 days because I'm taking a little vacation because tomorrow's Phoebe's birthday. So if any of you haven't told her happy birthday, you should do that.
Happy birthday, Phoebe.
Happy birthday. And then I may be in the store because I think I'm going to secret shop the store since you're gone to see
Okay.
if everyone does what they're supposed to do here.
Are you gonna wear a disguise?
I am. I'm going to wear a disguise.
Excellent.
Yeah. So-
I'm imagining you as Sokka in the Fire Nation.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. But I'm going to, like Sokka, I'm going to keep my regular name. Hi, I'm Philip. With a beanie and yeah,
Big mustache.
big mustache. Yeah, I'm going to use that exact disguise. What can you tell me about the books you got here? Any of them funny?
All right, I think we
All
can
right.
test.
Anyway, yeah, I think Tess is. Oh my God, my face is red. Now I don't have a floating head anymore.
You just don't
Yeah.
exist.
They're
Yeah.
just sunglasses.
Just sunglasses now. All right, yeah, we lost Tess. So anyway, thanks everybody. We'll talk to you later. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.